During the week of May 5th, 2019, the internet came together like never before for one single purpose: to instantly and mercilessly burn a man's career to the ground. This is that story. Let us begin.
What's up, you beautiful bastard?
ProJared.
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 ProJared. ProJared.
Jared Knabenbauer.
ProJared.
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 ProJared. ProJared.
ProJared.
Jared Lee Knabenbauer.
It's been a tumultuous last few months, to say the least. And I don't know how else to describe what I watched other than sheer disbelief. I have the receipts.
As you almost certainly know, after months of complete silence, ProJared came out with a new video in response to the harshest allegations against him. First and foremost, I just want to say, sorry. We should have reached out to Jared during the media maelstrom that we were a part of. We didn't. We covered the topic twice, and we only used information that was available to anyone with an internet connection and some time. We analyzed the data, laid it all out, made some jokes, gave our opinion at the end. Our goal was to make a video with all the information that was available publicly. We stated that in our videos. This is all the current information available publicly. So, let's unpack this. That is not a mistake we will make again. I'll be talking more on that later. I just wanted to address it before anything else. So, here we are, 4 months after one of the biggest controversies ever in the gaming and YouTube community.
There are kind of three things that different groups are focusing on here. ProJared's relationship and accusations connected to his wife Heidi, his alleged interactions with legal-aged fans, and then his alleged interactions with underage fans.
With the release of just one video, ProJared has recouped thousands of subscribers. On August 27th, a 42-minute statement called "You've Been Lied To" showed up on ProJared's channel. In it, he gives a convincing case against the claims that he knowingly exchanged explicit photos with minors. Claims that for months, many people believed to be true.
These accusations are inaccurate or just flat out lies. I have the receipts.
And some may partially blame us for that, with sound reasoning. Ultimately, you're free to decide for yourselves what you think, and we'll get into that too. But first, buckle up. We're about to dive into the story about the man with
The receipts.
This is the story of ProJared Strikes Back. The story you never knew. Whoa, come on! Recap. Jared Lee Knabenbauer, successful gaming YouTuber and nose, makes tweet announcing divorce. Wife Heidi O'Farrell, pro cosplayer and ginger cat lady, calls out Jared for lying and cheating on her with Holly Conrad. Alleged adulteress Holly Conrad, YouTuber self-proclaimed trash witch, likes birds, bounced right away. All of a sudden, Jared's dong is on the internet. Scandalous text receipts between him and fans begin to circulate publicly. Two young adults come forward to accuse Jared of soliciting pics of their underage birthday suits. Jared responds in a very vague way that could easily be interpreted to support his wife's allegations of his manipulative tendencies and disregards this underage controversy. Memes, clowns, Jared disappears. Holly returns, her and Heidi fight it out for a hot minute on Twitter. Memes, clowns, dust settles. If you're interested in more details, we have 2 videos outlining the entire event that are in a playlist with this video. Keep in mind, some of the information in those videos is outdated regarding Wang misconduct on Jared's end. However, these videos stand as a mark in time and shouldn't disappear. They also shouldn't exist without this video as a preface. Those videos are unlisted, so you can only really watch them after watching this one. So let's talk facts. Before Tumblr got sold the first time and got censored, Jared ran a few blogs here and there. One of those blogs being a super secret sin community called Sin Jared. Using this blog and a secret Snapchat of his, Jared communicated explicitly and intimately with his fans and received his fair share of raunchy pics. He also sent some back that were burned into our eyes forever, thanks to Twitter. None of this has been in question. He acknowledges this in his response.
It was people saying that I was exchanging nudes with fans on Snapchat and Tumblr, and a lot of people want to know if I did any of that. Yeah, I did. I have the receipts. People were understandably angry. I have the receipts. I want to acknowledge now that there was receipts and a power imbalance. I completely understand how you feel and why you feel that way. And I'm sorry. It was unhealthy.
He was married at the time. His wife claims to not have been aware of the extent of his activities regarding those interactions. She knew it was going on for a while, but supposedly it continued after she asked for it to stop. Supposedly. She holds firm that he cheated and lied. Jared holds firm that he didn't.
No cheating happened.
Holly holds firm that she likes birds. And while we said in our first video that, again, hard proof hasn't come out yet, but there are images, texts, the bad looks are piling up, and there's a whole lot of them. The accusations of Jared being on Chris Hansen's shit list seem to be unfounded. Those being the manipulation of underage people to engage in adult conduct. While we mentioned the underage aspect of this briefly in our first video, our main focus was on the situation surrounding his wife, and even when it came to this, we focused on the nudie blog aspect more so than the underage aspect. But for the sake of being clear and signal boosting this very important information,
these accusations are inaccurate or just flat out receipts. Flat out lies.
It's necessary that I lay it out for you. The first 27 plus minutes of ProJared's video were dedicated to clearing his name of these allegations, and successfully so, in my eyes. The receipts he highlighted showed two things very clearly. One, that Charlie was lying about Jared not asking if he was underage, and two, that Chai was ever in contact with Jared, or that Chai's word can be trusted.
Chai's accusation was that the things I supposedly did happened between March 2016 and May 2016. Chai also states that he has no memory during this exact same period and hallucinations continuing until August 2016. If Charlie would have shown the very start of our messages, you would have seen where Charlie lied.
These are just a few of the claims Jared outlined in his video. If you want to see the rest, I'd recommend checking out what Jared has to say. Now, I do want to say we made attempts to reach out to both Chai and Charlie before making this video. Neither responded for comment. So given the public information at this time, the underage allegations are unfounded. We can heavily assume that given the fact Jared made a video at all. The gravity of accusations like the ones put towards Jared involve law enforcement, lawyers, and money. It can be assumed he didn't wait 4 months to talk to his audience for funsies. He was most likely working in the interim to clear his name before he walked on stage. This is the reason we initially took our videos down. We touched on the blogs and these accusations for around a minute of our 20-minute video. We didn't want to spread outdated misinformation about this topic, especially not while Jared was recovering his career. But now that this video has been released, those are back unlisted and unmonetized in the playlist with this video available for you to watch. A lot of people have given their opinions on our work as well, and honestly, until Jared highlighted us in his video as one of those drama channels that didn't reach out to him, after roughly 4 million views, the common consensus on our work was positive. Obviously, since Jared's "You've Been Lied To" dropped, there has been a wave of backlash as per usual when the mindless internet anger machine turns tide. But here's the thing, we're happy that Jared is more or less cleared of the allegations towards him regarding the kiddles and diddles. Also, know that there will probably never be direct proof of Jared cheating or not cheating because he and Heidi are legally unable to provide that proof to anyone. So instead, I simply ask you to think for yourselves again, given the public information we have at this point. This matter is, and has always been, extremely complicated not just for Jared, Heidi, and Holly, but everyone who has ever been associated with Jared. The ripples of his actions have been felt by people you would never expect. Obviously, those closest to him were splashed. At a certain point, your YouTube career becomes a business. It's your house, your livelihood, and also your face and name. Normally, it's important to protect that. To say this has been all Jared's fault wouldn't be true. However, the choices he made certainly contributed to this catastrophic collapse he's suffered. No one is completely innocent. Despite what many have said, Jared's average average fan base is actually over the age of 18. However, his content and his presence has always been more or less family friendly. He was a member of Normal Boots, which by and large is also family friendly. Now, we've seen celebrities have two sides. I think Bob Saget is the perfect example. During the day, he's the lovable Full House dad. At night, he's a vulgar comedian with a mouth so demonetized it's not even funny.
I talk real fast. If you have any drugs, take them now. I'm serious. I'm not funny, but I am quick. That's the problem I have with women too, but it's good to be here.
But that's public Bob Saget versus Bob Saget Bob Saget. Jared's blogs and Snapchat were, let's just say, under the radar. I've been watching Jared for years and had no idea about his Tumblr. Talking to people, it's always spoken about like a dirty little secret. Therein lies the linchpin. People thought they were sending them gaping butt front pics to ProJared, but really they were sending them to Jared. ProJared is the guy who reviews the worst console of all time. Jared is the guy who says his dick puts yaoi dicks to shame, which is fine. He can be that guy. If Lola Bunny or Eric from The Little Mermaid were real people and you wanted to take a shot at getting nudes from them, if only you had the chutzpah to hit them up and get naked, would you do it? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say some of you would. Does that make it wrong? One thing I can say for sure is that if either put up a digital billboard saying, "Send me nudes if you're 18 plus, lol," that would be going too far. That doesn't make it illegal, but it is cringe and a little bit creepy. The man with
The receipts.
was going out of his way to attract people into a situation where he knew they'd be giddy to get attention from a famous person.
It was an open invitation for those who wanted to do it.
He wasn't on the prowl, but he was posting up next to a sign that said, "Get naked for ProJared." That is the crux of the issue. That, and for many, the idea that this secret blog and Snapchat where Jared interacted with his fans in a, well, extremely perverse way was so contrasting to their idea of him that all of a sudden it felt like anything was possible. When he launched his statement on his divorce, he publicly opened the floodgates. Everything came out, and everyone saw it. His shocked fans, his shocked friends, and every single person he ever pissed off or force-fed all the dirty little secrets. I speak for everyone when I say, I think we were shooketh. As far as the team and I, we waited. You see, YouTube is a rainbow of people, style, and ideas, but we're all connected whether we like it or not. We've seen many times what can happen when one of us fucks up. Even if they're a vlog channel or a drama channel, it makes us all look bad. It makes the platform look bad. It puts our creations and livelihood at risk. People seem to think we were one of the first to cover this topic. We were not. We were actually late, which is why our videos did well. We waited for Jared to make another statement. We took our time going through hundreds or thousands of tweets, Reddit posts, Imager files, whatever. We collected all the public information we could and laid it out for you in the most fair way we knew how. We weren't concerned with the views that come from hitting a trend early. We were concerned with doing it right. Did we do it right? Everyone will have their own opinion on that, and here's mine. One of the most common complaints was that we took Heidi's side. I can see why people think that. But just for a second, go back to the beginning of the controversy in your mind. There was no other side. Jared disappeared and Holly simply said she didn't do it. Heidi, on the other hand, posted information. This is where you're going to tell us that we should have contacted Jared. And you're right, we should have. And I apologized for that. It would have been great to have Jared's take. Great for us, great for you. Great for everybody all around. Maybe it would have cleared this thing up a long time ago, but probably not. This time we tried to make up for that mistake. We emailed Jared and apologized for not reaching out to him in the first place. He quickly accepted that apology and it was nice for both of us. We then informed him we would be making this video and gave him the option to speak freely. He did not respond and we respect his decision. We also want to make it known that for the purposes of this video, we reached out to everyone involved in the situation. Heidi, Holly, Jared, Chai, Charlie, and others. We covered this issue because it was in our sphere of YouTube gaming. We covered Heidi and Holly because it was related. We're covering this issue again because new information has come out, and indeed it would appear that ProJared is not Subway Jared. Does that change anything else? Not really. I think the reason this is such a big deal to people is because at their core, people care about Heidi, Holly, and Jared. They care about YouTube. The hard thing is, from here on out, no matter what happens, there will always be a stain on what we all once saw as pure. Some people will feel that more than others. Some people just wanted to watch some tea spill. Some people just wanted to watch the world burn. And burn it did. But now, from the ashes rises new life. Call me a hypocrite if you must, but just know that as a group, we do our best to put out the right message to everyone who bothers to watch. We make crude jokes because we have a collective sick sense of humor, but underneath, we're human. And so are Jared, Heidi, and Holly, and so are you. As far as we know right now, none of the people involved are criminals. All of them were caught up in a shitstorm that was very personal and very public. All of them are hurting in their own way, privately and publicly. All of them have played their roles, privately and publicly. All of them have suffered their fair share of losses in every way. So please, let's stop the hate and leave them be. We have our opinions, you have yours. Please understand that Heidi, Holly, and Jared are all fighting for their careers right now. If you truly care about any of them, you'll support them, and that doesn't mean lashing out whenever one of them tweets or posts a video. Snide tweets, snide comments, and just being mean in general to anyone isn't going to help either side. All you're gonna do is stir up more of a shitstorm. None of us have any information that can be shared publicly about whether Heidi, Holly, or Jared are telling the truth. So how can we justify attacking any of them regarding it? We've heard the phrase innocent until proven guilty 18,000 times since this whole thing started, but has anyone treated anyone this way? It's an easy thing to say, much harder to practice. Tearing down Heidi is not supporting Holly, and the same goes for the reverse. For our role in any of said tearing down, we humbly and truly apologize. Cancel culture is blatant fuckery, so let us focus on the true nature of this matter. The Tumblr, the Snapchat, the statement, the everything surrounding the divorce. What was it? I think you know the answer to that question. It was cringe! Jared posted cringe and lost subscriber. Let this not be the epoch of cancel culture. Let it instead be the revival of cringe culture. For cringe is far more wholesome and way more memey. That's the story of a man who was kind of redeemed. The story of two ladies who need your kind words right now and not your ignorant hate. The story of misinterpreted cringe that went way too far. That's hopefully the end of the ProJared debacle. The story you never knew.
So, I ask you to draw your own conclusion here. Be kind and be patient. Nobody likes hearing that they're wrong. There's going to be a lot of cognitive dissonance and the fear of social exclusion, like a gear in their head suddenly going in the opposite direction. I'd also like to humbly request to stop harassing me. Don't harass Holly. Don't harass Heidi. Don't harass my friends. Don't harass anybody. People reacted very emotionally to all of this, and they may have said or done things that they now regret. And if this someone is you, I want you to know I forgive you. And I hope that you can forgive me for anything too. I'm not going anywhere, and I have the receipts.